Hi everybody, welcome to today's edition of Tuesday Tips. On today's edition of Tuesday Tips, I'm basically going to be talking about two main ways of applying foundation and how to kind of make them work more efficiently for you. And I'm only talking about these two because these are the two that I use most often. I know there are other ways to apply foundation, but like I said, since these are the two that I use most often, I figured that these were the two that I would talk about. So the first method of applying foundation is using a foundation brush that looks like this. Just one of those flat foundation brushes, basically. So what people do with this is typically apply foundation to like the back of their hand or a palette, and then, you know, dip the brush in it, and then they go and they start applying it on their face. Now typically you'll see someone applying foundation, you know, they'll just use little strokes like this, or sometimes they'll use big long strokes. But the probably number one complaint about using a brush like this, and why some people don't, is because it can make your foundation look streaky. So my suggestion to kind of combat that would be to apply the foundation like this and then apply it like this. So you're going to want to do it in kind of crisscross strokes. So this way the foundation blends more seamlessly and you kind of blend any harsh edges or harsh streaks that may be on your face. And as always with any method of foundation application, you always want to make sure that you're going to blend down your jawline onto your neck. That prevents you from getting that line of demarcation, which is basically where you can see where your foundation ends and your neck begins, and that makes it look, or can make you look like you have a mask. So definitely you want to make sure you're blending all the way down your neck. And so that would be my kind of suggestion for this foundation application. Now the second way, and the way that I most often apply my foundation, is using a sponge like this. And with a sponge like this, this is my favorite way of applying foundation, but the most common complaint with using a sponge is that either you waste a lot of product because the sponge soaks it all up, or your foundation can look kind of cakey. So this kind of kills two birds with one stone by doing this. I either dip or spray my what is this called? My sponge. I spray my sponge with just some water. This is just some water that I have in a bottle here. I either spray it with water or Fix Plus. Typically I'll just do water because water's cheaper and then I don't waste my Fix Plus. So what you do is you just want to saturate the sponge, and that way when you go to pick up the foundation from your palette, from the back of your hand, the foundation sits on top of the sponge because it can't penetrate into the sponge because the sponge has already soaked up as much liquid as it possibly can. So then when you're applying it, that also prevents it from being cakey because you're adding that extra level of kind of moisture to your skin and to the foundation. So those are my two ways to kind of combat the biggest complaints using those two types of foundation application. I hope this edition of Tuesday Tips was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!